Can I ask you as a former player, because you played, right?
Yeah.
Did you play?
I seem to recall.
Should have thought about
The one thing that is kind of being, trumpeted, and
We're not allowed to talk politics.
Trump.
this is, the lessons being learned, the building of
culture, winning.
Can this carry over to next
Yes.
season?
The only issue you have to have enough youth. The veteran guys, we've seen it. If you're out of it, it's hard for them to play. A Kadri in January, if you're 20 points back,
it's not going to go.
You're not going to get this performance. He's playing because he wants to win, right? So for older guys, they need to have it's achievable to stay engaged. It's not a shot against
young
somebody.
guys are just so horny excited to be in the
You
league.
need to have the carrot.
Excited,
Yeah.
but they have to have that thirst for important games. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not just be happy. Hey, I'm playing in the NHL. Shit's good. No. Get that taste where it's like, I want that. I want that again over and over and over. So yeah, I think it is a big deal.
Yeah.
I think it can, but I worry about people placing so much stock in it. There's a lot of teams that have really hot runs and miss out and are just shit. Like Nashville thought they had this last year. Literally. They're like, look at this group, greater than the sum of its pieces, get into the playoffs, almost beat Vancouver. Vibes are unreal. We're just going to add a little scoring here and watch us take off because we've already learned how to play. Third last.
And I guess to me, there's two different
what
things.
do you ask?
One is the culture in the room for the players. And then there's the front office buying into what they think they're seeing.
Yeah, how you manage
I'm talking
your
less
team
about, are these, because you didn't tank, you can't take, you got to be a winner, all of this is what Coronado and even like Sharon Govich, Zeri, who's not playing, but is this true value? Is this something that
100%
they will have?
I'll bet you that
forward?
Coronado, I say about there's different leagues in hockey and stuff, and then there's tournaments and this play. I don't know if they'll make the playoffs, but learning to play in a playoff style atmosphere,
Like Friday night may as well win a playoff.
yes, is a huge deal. Can you elevate your game?
Yeah, a lot of those guys, that's the biggest game of their career to that.
Yes.
Yeah,
and the cautionary tale for me is Nashville because that was
but you're talking about two different things.
Oh no,
Barry,
I'm not.
Yes, you are.
We are. I'm talking.
It's okay.
I'm not talking about Barry Trotz.
I'm not either. So what I'm saying is, at this time last year, I guarantee people are like, this Predators team has learned how to work and win, and this shows that that group cares for each other, and this will carry over to next year. That's what they're saying. Now, maybe the GM messed all that chemistry up. Maybe it was just a year where everything bounced right for them. Maybe they got great goaltending. But I don't think it's an absolute that because this.
So you don't think it was? But the question
for
we're
Wolf and
asking
Coronado
aren't learning anything.
Oh no, they are. You asked the question: are we? There's a lot of the culture is going to pay forward to next year.
In the room, the players only.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
And I think last year this time they would have been like, we're going to be awesome next year. Look how good we are this year.
Okay.
Sorry, it's a little different, but I'm trying to just. I don't think it's a guarantee.
Be cautious about what you're looking for next year, and that's fine.
Yeah.
What he's saying is that
it's a great
he's
development.
Asking if I think that it's important for these guys, and they learn some. I do. I think you do learn from it.
I agree.
It has nothing to do with fucking next year. They might be terrible. My expectation is they won't be as good as this year.
Because I'll be honest. I tip the hat. Watching Coleman right now, he's playing his balls off, and Backlund has not had a good year. Since 3 games, the last week, maybe more, he's been doing everything he can.
Igor's invested physically.
They've all been. Yeah. They're not faking this. You can tell this. They're in it. We're gonna fucking get there. So let's go. And I think for young guys to see, we did talk about this before, but I just think about young guys seeing a Blake Coleman who's got some jewelry and who's played in some big games to be playing this hard.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, well, this is what it's about.
Totally agree.
It's pretty impressive.
They've been impressive.
This is why you want your kids and your prospects to go to World Juniors, and you want your young players to go to the World Championship if they have a shitty year. Like, go be part of something special.
No, you don't.
Go play. Well, I mean, if I'm the Blackhawks, I want Bedard to go there and win something.
Well, maybe Bedard, but honestly, and I'm not trying to poo-poo. I know what you're trying to say, and I don't disagree with these guys should be trying to play for something and win and have a better vibe. But the GMs don't want you playing for Team Canada or Team USA ever at all.
Yeah, I get that. I'm more talking about what we're all saying, which is these are great developmental minutes.
Because if you're not going to be able to tank, or you're not going to tank, you try and find. So what's been the benefit of this? Because we can piss and moan about how we don't get a top number one pick. All right, well, you're not that team. You're not San Jose. You're not losing 9 in a row. This is what you are. If you make it or you don't, if you make it, that's great. We'll get there. But if you do miss, and it is peak sadness, peak pain, then what benefit has there been? And I don't think it's zero.
It's not.
But I'm hearing a lot of people saying it's a guarantee that all this carries over. And I'm just like, well, it didn't for Nashville.
You listen to too many people.
Yeah. No, I mean, people on the broadcast are like, this is great. Look what it'll do for them next year. And I'm like,
but you take what they say
you're
as
a wolf
gospel,
injury away from an ugly year, right?
Well, okay.
Most teams are.
If Kopitar hurts.
It's what's said at this table.
Thank you.
You don't need to listen to those other people.
You should actually.
And look, there's a notion that you can't really bottom out with Wolf. Two of the top picks in the top 4 are Swayman and Saros, that guys that get Vezina votes. Like, I'm not saying this team is going to be bad next year. I'm not saying they can't be better next year, but any team in a bad year can really bottom out, especially one who, you don't have stars outside of your goalie. If he just has a bad year, he gets hurt, you're right in the mix for
nothing for this team to be 20, 30 points back.
Totally.
A slow start.
An injured goalie.
Take away what I just said. But then you're not getting Coleman and Backlund and Kadri at their best. Like if you're right, like
and honestly, they've had some injuries, but it's been the tertiary pieces. It's been Mantha, it's been Zeri, it's been Kirkland. You had a couple of weeks of Ball and Backlund, but the biggest guys to miss would be Rasmus Anderson and Mackenzie Weegar because of how thin the blue line is, or Nazem Kadri because no one else is a reasonable facsimile of a number 1 center in this league.
I'm on a roll.
Then we talk about a lot. This is the it's peak sadness. This is about as good as you can expect for the Flames, and they're still a long shot to get in.
Almost every.
What if something goes sideways?
Yeah.
I saw this stat, and I didn't fact check it because I thought it would take about 2 minutes, 90 seconds to do. Since the blowout against the Leafs on St. Paddy's Day, 9-2-3.
Jeez, that's really good.
That's beyond what this team
should be capable
of.
Yeah.
So I mean, playoffs, I guess, are fun. If they don't get there, it's kind of a shame.
Well, then I could do my yard work.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. Be sure to check out more of our content right here on the Flames Nation YouTube page. We had a bunch of great long form interviews. You can check out some videos we've done as well outside of the studio. And of course, if you want more writing or merchandise stuff, flamesnation.ca or nationgear.ca. Appreciate you watching.